While they are usually called X-Men, the best members of the team tend to be women. Wolverine, Magneto, Professor. After all, they are complex people with charisma, motivation, and a sense of morality that sets them apart. Ever since Jean Grey first joined the original X-Men, impressive female characters have been an integral part of the team's roster. Several iconic women like Storm, Kate, Pryde, and Rogue became leaders of the X-Men or created their own specialized teams. Through their intelligence, power, realism, and bravery, the best female X-Men left a lasting influence on the title or the Marvel Universe at large. It is true that inclusion has flooded comics recently, but I think I can safely say that there is no fan who hates the female characters of X-Men. It is due to their importance, the affection of the fans and their great story that in this video we list what are, for us, the 10 best female X-Men characters. A survivor of the Genosian genocide, Polaris is a determined fighter with the kind of inner strength that doesn't come easily.
Heed my command, and reclaim these relics of hatred!
Possessing a control over magnetism almost as strong as her father's, Lorna Dane is a force to be reckoned with in the field and is remarkably creative with her powers. As one of the most experienced X-Men, Polaris has been with the team since X-Men number 60. Since joining, he has earned a doctorate in geology and has become a true role model for many of the younger X-Men. Lorna also has a stubborn attitude that drives her to confront her classmates when she believes they are not acting correctly. Over the years, Polaris has been the leader of the X-Factor team, a space adventurer, and has played an important role in every team she has joined. Today, Polaris is still trying to find herself, and it will be amazing to see what she discovers along the way.
Heed my command, and reclaim these relics of hatred!
Betsy Braddock may not be as strong as Jean Grey or as subtle as Emma Frost, but her telepathy is different from that of her peers. By concentrating his energy, he can form a psychic sword that pierces the enemy's mind. Her experience as an undercover agent made her a talented warrior who is never afraid to destroy her opponents. When she adopted the name Psylocke, Betsy also joined X-Force, the X-Men's Black Ops unit that specializes in hunting down and eliminating their enemies. Betsy Braddock experienced a roller coaster of changes that put her on the path to rediscovering her identity. She sacrificed her life to save others, rose from the dead, and swapped bodies with the ninja assassin, Quanon. Through it all, Betsy fought to maintain who she was at her core, a compassionate, loyal, and brave warrior with a heart of gold and a drive to protect others. In recent years, Betsy has taken over the role of Captain Britain that once belonged to her twin brother Brian. Working alongside her girlfriend Rachel Summers, also known as Ascani, Betsy is now the champion of Great Britain, and it is expected that Marvel will give her a title of her own during the new era of the mutants that is about to begin.
Heed my command, and reclaim these relics of hatred!
Magik was originally introduced as Colossus' little sister, but over the years she has become a great character and a fan favorite. Belasco captured the young Illyana Rasputin at a very young age, condemning her to live trapped in limbo for the next 7 years of her life. Anyone else in Magik's place might have collapsed, but she showed that she wasn't afraid to face her captor. Despite all the evil tricks Belasco tried to pull, Illyana learned to find the light in the darkness and proved that even dark magic could create a heroic sword. After escaping from Belasco, Magik became a prominent member of the New Mutants and an important figure even despite being corrupted during the Inferno saga. Since her resurrection, the people of Krakoa trusted her enough to vote her back into the X-Men. Having demonstrated her prowess in combat and her desire to ensure the safety of mutants, Illyana soon became one of Krakoa's 4 war captains. Among the many triumphs that made her who she is today, Magik kept Limbo at bay for years. By conquering the very place that was once her prison, Magik accomplished a feat few heroes have truly accomplished.
Heed my command, and reclaim these relics of hatred!
Mystique's design is iconic, and her love affair with Destiny quickly proved to have enough staying power to resonate even after the latter's death. Raven Darkholme's love for Destiny has become a fundamental part of the entire era of Krakoa, and he has willingly taken on the nation's Silent Council to bring his wife back. Mystique also happens to be the mother of two of the most important X-Men, Nightcrawler and Rogue. As Marvel's greatest shapeshifter, Mystique can access anywhere she wants, no matter how off-limits it may seem. He has easily infiltrated major organizations such as the X-Men, S.H.I.E.L.D., and the US government. At one point, he secretly took over the island of Madripoor while posing as Dazzler. Mystique's ambitious nature and her desire to secure the future of mutants, even through unethical means, allow her to do whatever is necessary without hesitation. He even turned the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants into a government-led strike team when it benefited mutants. While Mystique always has an ulterior motive and can never be fully trusted, her loyalty to the mutants never wavers. Adding exciting tension to every comic she appears in, things have never been more interesting than when Mystique teams up with the X-Men, such as when she became a founding member of Krakoa's Silent Council.
Heed my command, and reclaim these relics of hatred!
She was originally supposed to be Wolverine's clone, but Laura Kinney has been through a lot. From the moment of her birth, X-23 was used to carry out various inhuman experiments and raised as a bloodthirsty assassin. She ran away when she was a teenager and has been trying to become a hero ever since. Her time in X-Force, Avengers Academy, and the X-Men changed Laura forever by giving her the opportunity to save lives. Along the way, she has even proven herself to be a capable and loving older sister figure to Gabby Kinney, a clone of Laura. When she took on the mantle of Wolverine, Laura revolutionized the character. She is a Wolverine without the long, complex and confusing history that Logan has endured. Instead, she is simply a woman trying to find a way to protect her brothers and her people. Despite being younger than most of his teammates, he has shown that he is not afraid to take on any team leader, and he is certainly not afraid to take on some of the X-Men's strongest enemies, or to the Hulk himself. Laura has managed to establish herself as a worthy Wolverine, and if you've read comics for a while, you know how difficult it is to achieve something like that.
Heed my command, and reclaim these relics of hatred!
Over the years, Kitty Pryde has grown from a brave 13-and-a-half-year-old girl to a true leader. He has unique powers that he always uses creatively. Once, he even managed to use his powers to save Earth from a giant space bullet. In doing so, Kitty was willing to sacrifice her life. As a founding member of Excalibur, he also saved lives across the multiverse and became one of the most beloved characters in America and Britain. From a very young age he showed that he was not afraid to confront Professor Xavier when he considered that his methods were not correct. Kitty Pryde's shocking romantic story also perfectly feeds into the soap opera that is the X-Men. Her analytical mind and close bonds with her teammates also made her a capable leader. He led the X-Men even as a teenager, founding teams like the Modern Marauders and eliminating some enemies without remorse. She adopted the name Kate as she grew older and demonstrated enough tactical thinking and wisdom to earn a place on Krakoa's council.
Heed my command, and reclaim these relics of hatred!
In essence, Emma Frost bends the line between good and evil. She is willing to take ruthless measures to do whatever it takes to protect mutant children. While she is often harsh toward her teammates, she has endless compassion for those under her care. Since joining the X-Men, Emma has been an outstanding leader and skilled strategist. It was because of this that he earned a place on the Silent Council of Krakoa. Emma isn't officially an Omega-level mutant, but she knows how to use her powers to the fullest. As a member of the Phoenix Five, he helped usher in a better world by eliminating hunger, disease, and poverty. He once took control of Iceman's body and found a way to harness his potential to show him what he was truly capable of. Emma has also used her rise to prominence to repair her relationship with her teammates and has become a close confidant of Kate Pryde, even after the rocky start to their relationship. Emma Frost is living proof that anyone can become a true hero, despite their terrible past.
Heed my command, and reclaim these relics of hatred!
Rogue debuted as the evil daughter of Mystique and Destiny. As a result, her teammates rejected her when she decided to correct her life and become an X-Men. Rogue's inclusion in the team was not easy, especially because she had a rivalry with Carol Danvers, from whom she stole her powers and memories. Over time, Rogue proved to be a hero at heart and one of the best members of the X-Men. She repaired her relationship with Ms. Marvel, became a recurring leader of the X-Men, and in other universes such as Age of X has shown that she can be one of the pillars of mutants by leading an entire army. Rogue's journey to earn the respect of the X-Men made her a standout character who knew her own worth and would not give up no matter how much opposition stood in her way. Her romance with Gambit became an iconic and endearing part of her story for years. Ultimately, Rogue and Gambit tied the knot in a genuinely touching and spontaneous marriage. Rogue hasn't lost any of her charisma, strength, or independence with her marriage. Even today, he continues to fight Orcus and the mutants' greatest enemies. As a member of the X-Men, Excalibur, and Uncanny Avengers, Rogue completely redeemed her early legacy, proving herself to be one of the Marvel Universe's greatest heroes.
Heed my command, and reclaim these relics of hatred!
Jean is an Omega-level mutant with telekinesis and telepathy who easily surpasses Professor Xavier. However, it is Jean's heart that has always made her a memorable heroine. After all, the idea of the steadfast Jean turning evil is what made the Dark Phoenix saga so iconic. Even after turning to the dark side, Jean still fought the Phoenix enough to sacrifice herself in order to save the cosmos. While later X-Men comics picked up on that story, by having the Phoenix impersonate Jean, absolving Jean of all wrongdoing, Jean Grey decided to right the Phoenix's wrongs. After all, the bird had been trying to emulate her. After years of dedication, Jean redeemed his name and became one of the most powerful members of the X-Men. To this day, Jean has accomplished amazing feats, such as transforming all of Mars just to create a home for the Araki people. His great compassion allowed him to empathize with the Brood, even when Cyclops was willing to massacre them without a thought. That sense of forgiveness and her desire to bring out the best in others make Jean Grey the heart of any team she joins. Jean Grey raised Nathan Summers, son of Cyclops and Madeline Pryor, without hesitation, loving him as if he were her own. Jean is not afraid of sacrifice and has given his life for his companions on too many occasions. Jean Grey may be one of Marvel's most powerful mutants, but her compassion is what makes her shine as a character.
Heed my command, and reclaim these relics of hatred!
As a thief, goddess, member of the Silent Council, Queen of Wakanda, and Regent of Arakko, Storm is a force of nature. Establishing herself as an Omega-level mutant, she can control the weather and often uses it in different and clever ways. During Sins of Sinister, he created a black hole large enough to teleport a space station. At first he was shown as a naive character who did not understand the customs of the big city, but over time he became a leader and one of the pillars of the X-Men. Armed with her incredible powers and strategic mind, Storm defeated the incredibly powerful Vulcan, Cyclops' brother, with ease. Even without her impressive abilities, Storm defeated Cyclops and Callisto, earning the respect of both the X-Men and the Morlocks. After joining Arakko, a world she helped create, she learned to adjust her focus to help the Araki people, putting aside her own prejudices and concerns in order to do so. Even when hailed as a goddess, Storm never puts herself above others, and that is why she is considered by many to be the best X-woman of them all. For now, that's all for this video. If you wish, you can leave us your own tops of your favorite characters. Don't forget that every Wednesday at 4 p.m. we are uploading a new video where we summarize the complete history of the members of X-Men. Here I leave you 3 of our previous videos focused on some characters from X-Men 97 in case you want to know more about these mutants. We are the Comic Awakens and we will see you in the next video.